Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. Sorry if my voice is... I've been getting over this really bad cold over the last few days. But today is Tuesday, and that means we have the level cap increase is finally in. So, it seems that the XP estimate that we previously had, about 44,000 XP required to 101 at least. Please let me know in the comments down below if you're already, like, by the time you're watching this, you're already past 101. But what we thought was that it was going to be 44,000 for every level, which would make a total of 220,000 for the 5 levels. In today's video, I want to talk about some of the changes that we've seen here to the characters, including Cap Sam for Liberty, which is getting ready, but his stats are in, and they're absolutely bonkers. Phoenix stats changes are in. War Machine stats are in, even though I haven't really finished that. I want to take a look at these 3 characters in terms of what it looks like in actuality. And also, I've done a breakdown of levels 101 to 105 as far as the stat increases go, and it's quite interesting to see how much that's going to make an effect on your characters. So, if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Now, I have to talk about Cap Sam because I honestly believe that he is going to be one of the best plug-and-play characters that we're going to have for a while. He was pretty OP, like, back when he first came out anyways, but now he's not even 3 diamond yet, and I think he is the highest power on my roster. He has more power than my 7 red Odin, and Cap Sam's not even at 3 diamonds. He's at 2. So I'm definitely going to be looking... Actually, is he there? In the Elite Store? No, he's not. I'm going to be looking for a 3 diamond Cap Sam. But this is his 2 diamond stats. It's absolutely crazy. He's got almost 14 million health. And by the time we get him to 105 and 3 diamond, his stats are going to be insane. He's going to be like one of the strongest plug and play tanks. And I'm really scared and interested to see how it looks like in gameplay because it's available right now. So you still have a 3rd round of Cosmic Crucible, I'm pretty sure. So I might use him on offense just to give it a go later on and see, how that ends up going with some of my characters. Maybe find a place to use them. And Phoenix is in right now as well. So again, I don't have her on defense, but the Phoenix Force tag is in. The Liberty tag seems to not be in, but the reworks are in. And her stats, she's over 10 million hit points as well. I have a 2 diamond Phoenix. And this is interesting because I want to see what happens when she goes into Dark Phoenix mode. It's not nearly as powerful because she doesn't have the ISOs, right? So Dark Phoenix still does not have the ISO stats, and so that makes a fair bit of difference. But nonetheless, it's still an insane improvement on Dark Phoenix, and very curious on how both of them actually how they play out in battle and that kind of stuff. I might give them a go, do some testing, some immediate early testing. As well in Cosmic Crucible, because the kits should be in too, so the improvements to all that. I know a lot of it's a call out to Phoenix Force. There you go. War Machine. Now, I'm only at 95 G18, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a lot of value out of him, like, right now. I don't see him, like, he's pretty slow, too. They didn't change his speed, really, so he's a pretty slow character. So I don't think I see a lot of use of War Machine right now until, like, Liberty finishes up for Alliance War, but I don't see any Crucible use for him personally. Some other things we do have Omega Red Dark Phoenix in the game as well, so let's hard him. Boy, those are some graphics. Is it just me, or does this look pretty bad? I just had to stop for a second. What is going on with this headpiece? The pixelation looks fucking terrible. Is this actually what he looks like? I don't like this. Good God. Like, I feel like it looks like it's blurry. It looks like the flames are blurry. Like, I get that's like kind of what flames are a little bit. It's actually not even the wings part. It's this headpiece thing that he's got, the red around the headpiece. This seems wrong. This seems pretty awful. But anyways, there you go. There's Omega Red Dark Phoenix. He is going to be available starting next week with Kiln Tower. So just wanted to share that, I guess, because that's just me seeing it for the first time in game. The race to 105 is on. Now, I did some videos yesterday regarding that, and it seems that for the most part, a lot of that still remains accurate. I need to go blow all my energy in a minute after I finish this video. But race to 105 has 69 days. And so, yeah, funny number there. But anyways, what I did want to talk about is if you are aiming to get a 4 red Omega Red, what my personal goal is, and you may have seen me say in my video yesterday that it takes like 83 characters at level 102. That is not my personal recommendation, because at the current leveling rate, it should take you about 2 weeks per level, which means that if you're able to get within 56 days, you could reasonably get to 104. And when you get to level 104, you could actually clear this with 23 characters at 104. And not only is this going to cost you less gold, but it means that you could build tall rather than wide. Because honestly, I don't believe there's 100 characters worth leveling up, right? And so I think the better strategy is just to keep leveling, do about 300 cores daily if you want to do this within, the 2 week per level time frame. And then also just build that tall roster with some of the top characters that I mentioned in my previous video from yesterday morning when I talked about the tier list for the Origin. So that kind of thing is what I would be focusing on, a tall roster, not a wide roster. So just keep that in mind. I will be posting these resources as well in my Discord server. There's a Boilon's resources channel, so I will be posting things like the XP chart. We're going to take a quick look at this again. So this is the XP chart that you might have seen from the other day. So again, assuming that it stays the same, and please let me know if anything does change. I don't know what's wrong with my spreadsheet here. That it should be 44k per level, a total of 220k, and then basically you're taking about just under 14 days per level. Now, what's interesting though is that it seems to be that we're getting weekly XP in the milestone events. So if that stays the same, then the amount of total XP that we're getting over the week is more, right? It seems on average, players are going to get 5,000 XP per week from the events. And if that remains the same, then the daily XP goes up. And so that could reduce it to about 11 days per level. And so that could actually potentially push you into getting 105 before those 69 days go away. But that's only if you're doing about 300 to 350 cores daily. All the other estimates were using that kind of coring in mind. So do keep that in mind if you're trying to push these levels up a little bit quicker. Now, the main thing that I want to talk about is we use CapSam as an example. So the stats are on the website. Also, don't forget to take your free claims and all that stuff. But the stats you can actually see on the web, and you can actually level up to 105. So what I did, and it's really interesting actually. So this is level 105, gear tier 19, Stark Tech 25, blah, 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 3 diamond, and all that stuff. And if you organize by health, the highest HP character is CapSam at 18 million with purple 3. It's just crazy how high his stats are. He has higher stats than Mephisto and Odin in HP anyways. As far as damage goes, he's not, right? Odin's still up there. Actually, Omega Red Dark Phoenix has a pretty insane stat. Phoenix is number 3 in damage. Pretty crazy. But CapSam's, still has some pretty good stats. I think that he mainly excels in HP. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to showcase what happens when you level a character up. Right, and so that's what this table is about. I used level 100, gear 19, purple ISO 3, 3 diamond as a benchmark for CapSam. This example here is for CapSam, and what happens when he levels up and the percentage changed per level. And it's fairly static actually. So levels 100 to 101, you're seeing about a 3.5% increase on HP, damage, armor. Now on focus and resistance, this is quite low. It's like not even 1%. It's like 0.8% change per level. And so the end result is quite low on the focus and resistance side, but it is higher in health, damage, and armor. And this changes a little bit per level. You can see it goes up actually per level a little bit. So 101 to 102 is 3.69%, which should have been pretty much the same. I guess maybe I did some rounding errors. Yeah, so it is the same actually on the other ones. I should have done another decimal place there. So these numbers are the same for health, damage, and armor. 102 to 103 is 3.86%. 103 to 104 is 4.03%, and then finally, I think I maybe have to go one more, is a 4.2% from 104 to 105. So it is going up gradually on each of the levels all the way up to 105. And so in the grand total, if you're looking at a level 100 character versus the level 105 character, what is the difference in stats? Well, if you have 3 diamond and all of that, then you're going to get up to almost a 21% stat increase in health, damage, and armor. But in focus and resistance, it's only about 4.21%. 21%. So quite a lot less on this front. The reason why I wanted to do this is because on other level cap increases, there has been a different amount of percent change depending on the specific stat. Like back in the day, like level 71 was like this huge focus stat bump, and so I wanted to see whether or not this was the same. Now, this should be the same across all the characters. The percentage should be static across all of them, so this should be the relative increase of your stats, and it's still quite substantial, right? I mean, 21% is no joke. This does not include gear tier 20 though, because that's not currently in the game, so we don't know what percent increase is going to be attributed necessarily to the gear tier 20 boost, and that's going to be another conversation for another video. But I think that this is quite a lot, because even for your top meta characters, right, for characters like, I don't know, Odin, right, like just Odin as an example, because he's another beefy one, that 21% is going to mean the difference of like 2 million more hit points, right? 120,000 damage stat. Like that's a lot. So you're going to want to focus on your top meta characters first, namely your arena characters and probably your cosmic crucible characters if you're heavy into PvP. At this point in time, I don't feel that raids is not something where we need 105 yet. So unless you're double dipping raid characters that are also really good in PvP, I would probably say don't bother on the raid characters right now, because I think where you're going to see the biggest change in stats for the characters you need are going to be the ones that you're using every single day in arena, and the ones that I'm saying Crucible because I'm bigger into Crucible than War, and War has a lot wider of a roster. But for Crucible, obviously those top characters, maybe even defense, but probably offense as well, right? To make it more efficient, clear for you. So again, those are going to be your characters that you use almost every day, that you're going to want to focus on leveling up first when you do get there. Now, once again, if the next level is higher than 44k after 101, please let me know in the comments down below. I haven't blown my energy yet. I haven't gotten to 101 yet, so I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I'm probably going to clear milestone 20 on mental mastery, which means I'm going to pick up an extra 10,000 commander XP. So I should be 101 pretty soon with the amount of energy that I've been hoarding, and I think all that, I should be able to spend this and things should be pretty good. So I just wanted to kind of do this kind of overview of what this, it's not even a patch. Is this a patch day? Not really. It's weird that they kind of, with Astral and with Doctor Strange and all that, they actually did the rework for Cap Sam now, even though the team's not going to be out for like another week or two, or whenever the first Liberty character comes out. So that's kind of interesting. But otherwise, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm going to endeavor to use Cap Sam in battle today in Cosmic Crucible and see if there's any like crazy things that pop up, because his stats are just absolutely insane. I really need to get that 3 diamond for him ASAP. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the day, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, because I need to get healthy as well. And I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.